gallant, let us hear him speak. What, can so young a thorn begin to prick? Edward, what satisfaction canst thou make for bearing arms, stirring up my subjects, and all the trouble thou hast turned me to?
Speak like a subject, proud, ambitious York. Suppose that I am now my father's mount. Resign thy chair, and where I stand kneel thou, whilst I propose the selfsame words to thee, which, traitor, thou wouldst have me answer to.
That thy father had been so resolved.
For God's sake, take away this captive skull. Nay, take away this scolding crookback, rather.
Peace, willful boy, or I will charm your tongue.
Untutored lad, thou art too malicious.
I know my duty. You are all undutiful. Lascivious Edward. And thou, perjured George. And thou, misshapen Dick. I tell ye all, I am your better, traitors as ye are. And thou usurpst my father's right and mine.
Take that, the likeness of this railer here.
And that's for twitting me with perjury.
Sprawlest thou? Take that! To end thy agony.
Oh, kill me too!
Barbarian, down, Richard, hold!
We have done too much.
Why should she live to fill the world with words?
What's up, she swooned? Use means for her recovery.
Clarence, excuse me to the king, my brother. I'll hence to London on a serious matter. Now you cut me short to hear some news.
What?
The Tower. The Tower!
Oh, Ned! Speak, Ned, speak to thy mother, boy. What? Canst not speak? Oh, traitors! Murderers! You have no children, butchers! If you had, the thought of them would have stirred up remorse.
Away with her. Bear her hence perforce.
They never bear me hence! Dispatch me here! Here sheath thy sword, I'll pardon thee my death. What? Wilt thou not? Then Clarence, do it thou.
By heaven, I would not do thee so much peace.
Good Clarence, do. Sweet Clarence, do thou. Do it!
Didst not thou hear me swear I would not do it?
What, wilt thou not do it? Where is that devil's butcher? Our favorite Richard! Richard! Where art thou?
Away with her. I charge ye, bear her hence.
So come to you, and yours is to this prince.
As I think to make a bloody supper in the tower.
He is sudden, think him in his head. Now therefore let us march. Dispatch the common sort with pay and thanks. And let's away to London. See our lovely queen, how well she fares. By this, I hope she hath a son for me.
Good day, my lord. What, are your books so hard?
Aye, my good lord. My lord, I should say rather, 'tis sin to flatter. Good with little better. Good Gloucester and good devil are both alike and preposterous. Therefore not, good lord. So first the heartless sheep doth yield his fleece, and next his throat unto the butcher's knife. See the death and ferocious now to ask.
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind.
Kill me with thy weapon, not with words. My breast can better brook thy dagger's point, and can mine ears this tragic history. Wherefore dost thou come? Is't for my life?
Thinkest thou I am an executioner?
If murdering innocents be executing, then thou art an executioner.
Thy son I killed for his presumption.
presume thou hadst not lived to kill a son of mine. And thus I prophesy that many a thousand shall rue the hour that ever thou wast born. The owl shrieked at thy birth, an evil sign. The night crow cried, a boding luckless time. Dogs howled, and his tempest shook down trees. Thy mother felt more than a mother's pain, yet brought forth less than a mother's hope, to wit, an indigested and deformed lump, not like the fruit of such a goodly tree. Teeth hadst thou in thy hand when thou wast born, to signify thou camest to fight the world. And if the rest which I have heard be true, thou camest
I'll fear no more. Die, prophet, in thy speech. For this, amongst the rest, was I ordained.
I would much long after this. God forgive my sins and pardon me.
What? Will the aspiring blood of Lancasters sink in the ground? I thought it would have mounted. See how my blade weeps for the poor king's death. Oh, may such purple tears be always shed from those who wish the downfall of our house. If any spark of life be yet remaining, down! Down to hell! And say that I sent thee thither! I, that have neither pity, love, nor fear. I have no brother. I am like no brother. And this word, love, which graybeards call divine, be resident in men like one another, and not in me. I am myself alone. King Henry and the prince, his son, are gone. Clarence, thy turn is next! And then the rest, counting myself, but bad until I be best.
Come to the best, and let me kiss my boy. Young Ned, for thee, thine uncles, and myself, in all our armors watched the winter's night. went all afoot in summer's glorious heat, that thou mightst repossess the crown in peace, and of our labors thou shalt reap the gain. Brothers Clarence and Gloucester, love my lovely queen, and kiss your princely nephew, brothers both.
The duty that I owe to your majesty I seal upon the lips of this sweet babe.
Thanks, noble Clarence. Worthy brother, thanks.
And that I love the tree from whence thou sprangst. Witness the loving kiss I give the fruit. And cried all hail. And as he meant all harm.
Now am I seated as my soul delights, having my country's peace and brother's loves.
Well, would you rise up on this, Margaret?
Away with her and waft her hence to France. And what now rests but that we spend time such as befits the pleasure of the court? Some drums and trumpets, farewell sour annoy, for here, I hope, begins our lasting joy.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York. And all the clouds that lower upon our house in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths. Our bruised arms hung up for monuments. Our sternal arms changed to merry meetings. Our dreadful marches to delightful measures. Grim-visaged war had smoothed his wrinkled front. And now, instead of mounting barded steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly in a lady's chamber to the lascivious pleasings of a lute. But I, that am not shaped for sportive tricks, nor made to court an amorous looking glass, I, that am rudely stamped and wants love's majesty, to strut before a wanton nymph! Why, I, in this weak piping time of peace, no delight to pass away the time.
Out, devil! I remember them too well. Thou slewest my husband Henry in the Tower, and Edward, my poor son at Tewkesbury.
Ere you were queen, yea, and your husband king, I was a packhorse of his great affairs, a weeder out of his adversaries, a liberal rewarder of his friends. To royalize his blood, I spilt mine own.
Yea, and much better blood than his or thine. Hie thee to hell for shame, and leave the world, thou cacodemon. There thy kingdom is. But remember this another day, when he shall split thy very heart with sorrow, and say poor Margaret was a prophetess. Live each of you the subjects to his hate, and he to yours, and all of you to God's.